Hello guys, my name is Dante. Gotta learn a lot of music in a short amount of time? Here's some tips to help you out. I call this the chronological method. Let's say I have 3 different shows in the same week. Say a Monday, a Wednesday, and a Friday. I work on the Monday music first, then the Wednesday music, then the Friday music. That way I know I'm working on the most current, most immediate music. You can go from the music that you're most familiar with to the least familiar with. I kind of front load it. I do the hard music up front and then work myself down to the easy music. Some people use YouTube, Spotify playlist, Apple playlist. I've worked with people who use all of those. In my opinion, it doesn't really matter which method you use as long as you're listening to the music. Listening to music throughout the day, even if you don't have a chance to play it, if you don't have time to physically sit down on your instrument and play the music, listening to it is the next best thing you can be doing, because even if you can't play it, you can hear it and place it and say, okay, well, when I do get a chance to play, I'll do this right here, or I'll do that right there. 1, taking time to listen to your music, but 2, how you listen to your music is very important. What mindset are you in? What mode are you in? I know at night, I'm generally not trying to listen very intently. If I'm trying to watch TV at 10 o'clock, I'm probably not watching a movie that I have to pay a lot of attention to. I'm probably watching a YouTube video or something on social media where I'm just kind of passively watching. If I'm trying to learn, I'm not listening in a passive way. I'm listening in a way that I am involved. If you have to make a mental note, if you have to make an actual physical note on a piece of paper or on your phone, do that. Because when you come back to your instrument and you have notes, you have markers that will help you with what you're working on. And it'll cut your time. I'll sit down, throw my earphones in. Okay, first verse this, first chorus this, intro this. It makes it way easier to go back, and even if it's not an actual chart, if you have notes, it helps you chart the music out. Listen to me closely. Practice the music on your own time. Practice and rehearsal are 2 different things. Oftentimes, I have been guilty of this, for sure. We as musicians like to practice during rehearsal. Rehearsal time is when everybody comes together and works on music that you should know before rehearsal. So, you listen to the music, you take time to learn the music. That time that you're taking to learn the music by yourself, that's practice time. When you're with other people, when you're with the rest of the band, when you're with the singers, that's rehearsal time. A lot of times, we as musicians skip the practice part and try to practice during rehearsal. And what that does is take up everyone else's time. I've made the mistake. I have done that. I've done it more than once. You get embarrassed a couple times, you're gonna do it again. Being a musician is a team sport. It is your responsibility. If you accept a gig, if you agree to play with someone, it is your job to learn the music that you accepted or that you agreed to learn. You don't learn it at rehearsal when everyone is ready to sing it or to play it. You learn it on your own time. Then you bring that product to everyone else and say, hey, I've learned my part, now let's put this all together. Please, musicians, please take the time to learn music on your own time. Practice, practice, practice. I've heard 2 phrases that ring true in this. I used to hear practice makes perfect. That's not completely true. Perfect practice makes perfect. What that means is practice it like you're going to perform it. A lot of times we kind of like lollygag and practice. Okay, I got it. When it's time to get together with everyone else, you don't really know the material. You kind of know it. I've also heard it put this way: don't practice until you play it right. Practice until you can't play it wrong. Those are 2 very different things. I can practice something to play it correctly, but if I drill it in my head to where I can't mess it up, where like there's no doubt in my mind, no doubt that I am playing it the correct way, that's the level that I want to be at. I want to know that I know it. So practice until you can't get it wrong. A great testament to this is Larnell Lewis, one of my favorite drummers. He plays for Snarky Puppy. Well, actually, check this story out.
I think I had to learn maybe like 22 songs in about 5 days. So I did a list.
Snarky Puppy songs.
Right, at that. So I actually put myself on a listening schedule. So I did, of the first 3 days, I did 5 songs each day. And then the last day I did 7. And then on the 5th day, I did a test. So I had to look at the set list.
You're such an academic.
I
Oh
know.
My God,
So
that's
I
amazing,
looked at the list of songs. I had to be able to sing the intros, outros, melodies, bass lines, chord riffs, and any special shots just by looking at the name on the song, on the list. And the rehearsal was me doing exactly that, sitting
Wow.
with Michael.
Yeah.
You know, we didn't actually rehearse. We just sat and he's like, okay, this tune, this tune, this tune. And I also cross-referenced with live footage that people were posting on YouTube, right? So between YouTube,
You did your homework.
Oh man,
Wow.
that's the biggest thing for me, right? Like it's we're talking about bandwidth,
Yeah.
and being in the moment. Bandwidth to me means like, can I handle, how much can I handle?
Being a good musician is a team sport. The goal is to come together and experience the music. Please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. I would love for you to go on this journey with us.